How love travels the universe. You might have heard the experiment in physics, and I'm not a physicist, but I'll describe it as best as I understand it, of commingling, that if two particles or atoms or whatever it is are commingled, electrons, I'm not sure what it is, then when one of them resonates, the other one resonates. It doesn't matter if it's 10 miles away in a different solar system or halfway across the universe. I don't know if distance is totally irrelevant or not, but basically across huge distances with commingling, things can be connected, basically, I believe, almost instantaneously, because it's kind of like a frequency. Like when something's in frequency, it vibrates and it resonates with anything else that's in that vibration. And so love travels the universe in different ways. One is by memory. When you remember someone, even if they're deceased, you invoke. That's a powerful word, invoke. You invoke their presence because the spiritual dimensions of life are connected by love, and they're connected by, for lack of a better word, invitation. That when you think about someone, you're inviting them to connect with you. That's what thinking is. Like, a lot of problems in life are solved telepathically. Like, have you ever noticed that if you're angry with someone, or if you feel like something is unresolved, you think about that person, the more you think about it, sometimes the angrier you get, but sometimes the more it's like you can problem solve in your mind. It's kind of like you're talking to that person when they're not even there. And a lot of communication is beyond the body. It's beyond the personal, seeing the person. You can communicate with a person's spirit telepathically if they let you. Like, you can invite them, but you can't invoke them. You can't force them to be in your presence if they are close to you, or if they refuse the invitation. It's like you can send someone an invitation to your party, but they might not show up. And you can telepathically invite someone to communicate with you, but they might not show up. But these are kind of like seeds. Like, you plant seeds in the ground, and if they're well nurtured, you can telepathically, just by expressing love for that person, plant seeds which they can water and bear fruit. That's why sometimes they say time heals all wounds. It heals wounds if you do the work. Like, if you become a different person than you are today, and if you view the relationship in a different manner. So they say that, I believe this is in A Course in Miracles, that a miracle is just a move to a higher awareness. Like, in the Bible it says, when I was a child, I think as a child, I spake as a child, but when I became, I think it says a man, but basically an adult, I put away childish things. And that's kind of true. Like, sometimes we realize that when we were younger, we acted foolishly or immature, but we learned, and we put away childish things. So love travels the universe in an instant. Like, love wipes out everything else that's less than love. I mean, there's maybe different degrees or experiences of it, but they say, like, a moment of light erases 1,000 years of darkness. Like, maybe it takes like your eyes or your soul or your spirit a little time to become accustomed to the light, but a room could be dark for 1,000 years, and then you bring in a candle, and 1,000 years of darkness is over. Like, relationships could be bad for 1,000 years, but they could be transformed. I mean, not just like, if something was bad for 1,000 years, it doesn't take 1,000 years to transform it. Like, a miracle, like I just said, is just a movement to a higher level of awareness. Like, you've heard of people that have been addicted to drugs for years and years, And sometimes they try for years and years to stop, but sometimes just one day they wake up and the craving is gone. Sometimes one day you wake up and the animosity is gone. Like, I don't want you to think like everything is just going to be miraculous, like not that you're going to have to walk things out and work on things and become better little by little. But don't think necessarily that it's going to be little by little. It might be, and in many cases it is, but you might just wake up one day and be a different person. And love travels the universe through memory. When you remember a person, through telepathy. Love travels the universe through feeling, like when you feel happy. Love travels the universe through our chakras, like as energy travels through the universe and through our bodies. Love travels the universe through meditation. Love travels the universe through frequency. Through frequencies of ideas. Like, you might have heard that expression, there's nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come. So we resonate with people, we resonate with feelings, we resonate with experiences. And love travels the universe in many different ways.